Hello everyone, welcome back to Ballers Take Flight. On this episode, we will be going over the nastiest crossovers and ankle breakers in the history of the NBA. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out which NBA player made it to the list. If you're new to this channel or haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. There is something fascinating about watching a player get humiliated by a crossover dribble. A crossover dribble is a basketball maneuver in which a player dribbling the ball switches the ball rapidly from one hand to the other to make a change in direction. In a typical example, the player heads up court, dribbling the ball, say, in the left hand, then makes a wide step left with a good head fake. If the defender is deceived, the player can then switch to dribbling with the right hand and surpass the defender. A crossover can allow the player an open short jumper or a clear path to the basket. In short, a crossover is a shifty and explosive move used to create space from a defender, and throughout the years we have come across players who completely mastered the move and took it to another level. Allen Iverson, Jamal Crawford, and Kyrie Irving. These are just some of the players who became the crowd's favorite due to their ball handling. While dunks will always be at the forefront of basketball entertainment, the crossover has been one of the most fun and effective moves used in basketball. Many popular players have been on the opposite end of a wicked ankle breaker, and that is what makes the move so appealing to fans. In the social media era, the move is perfectly captured in a vine. Each player only one bad judgment call away from forever being on a timeless 6-second loop in the Twitter atmosphere. With that, check out some of the most iconic ankle breakers in NBA history. Number 10. Irving dazzles against Knight. Brandon Knight had a rough 2-month time in February and March of 2013. Kyrie Irving crossed him up during the Rising Stars Challenge on a series of dribbling moves. Chris Webber's analysis during and after the move is also worth noting. The Irving and Knight battle has been brewing since their prep days when they were battling for the number 1 point guard spot in the class of 2010 high school basketball recruiting class. After this display, it was pretty easy to acknowledge who had won the battle. Irving has become the face of elite ball handlers in the NBA and has a wide collection of other moves that could be on this list. At number 9, we have Stoudemire breaking Harper's ankles. You have to pause the video after the ankle breaker to really appreciate this crossover. Harper is barely in the frame after he falls, and the stare down and shot just makes everything much more satisfying. Number 8, Ming in no man's land. There is no way Yao Ming should have been guarding Stephon Marbury at the top of the key on an island by himself. With Yao being a rookie and transitioning to American basketball, he never really experienced a killer crossover. The move wasn't all that, but Marbury shifted him just enough for him to tumble and cause a riot on the Suns bench. It is amazing to see how things worked out in the long run, as Marbury has gone on to have a very successful post-NBA career in China. Let's check out Hardaway's UTEP two-step on Childs for number 7. This might not be a single highlight, but Hardaway's UTEP two-step crossover was as vicious as anyone in the league. Iverson's crossover will go down as the most notable, but Hardaway might have been the hardest one to pull off. Full speed in transition between the legs, then crossing back. The move was unstoppable. For number 6, we have Wade forcing Snow to take a tumble. Wade had a few other crossovers that were more ruthless. I'm thinking of the times he cut down, literally, Eric Snow and Keith McLeod. But neither one of these ended in a made bucket, because both times Wade was fouled. But this one on Stevenson was almost just as good. During his final NBA season in 2008, Eric Snow somehow got tasked with the job of guarding Dwayne Wade, and was on the wrong end of a nasty crossover. To this day, Snow believes Wade pushed off and forced him to fall clumsily. The video was replayed over and over when Snow was a studio analyst for NBA TV, and it was funny to watch him describe why it was a push-off. At number 5, Curry surprises Chris Paul on the baseline. In a few years looking through the highlight tapes of Steph Curry's MVP season, this exact play will probably be shown the most. Curry caught CP3 multiple times during the season, and when the MVP was up for grabs between him and Harden, this move probably put Curry over the top. Another highlight of Steph Curry's crossovers would be when he put Gary Neal in Popovich's doghouse, because he's probably the NBA's best shooter. People often forget that Curry has some of the slickest handles in the game. He's not necessarily the quickest player, but he is so smooth with the ball that he often catches defenders overplaying him. Up next, and our number 4, is Michael Jordan. This would have been the perfect storybook ending had MJ never returned to play for the Wizards. Everyone knows about the push-off, but Jordan pulled it off gracefully. The still frame shot of Russell trying to recover, and MJ centered on the game winner, is a masterpiece. First of all, let's get one thing straight. That's no push-off. His arm never extended. Therefore, it's a nudge. The whole push-off thing has been overblown all these years. You can't not extend your arm, and then still have enough power to send someone like Byron Russell stumbling 5 feet. It's not happening. It was the move, a stop on a dime, pullback crossover that had Russell sliding and slipping. Jordan very rarely brought this move out. The fact that he did on his last shot in his final game during his real career makes it a top 10 crossover ever. Number 3 goes to Jamal Crawford's See Ya Later crossover. This move was so deadly, I still have no idea what Ray Allen was doing. Did he get pushed? Did he hear a whistle? More likely he was so embarrassed he needed some type of excuse. Ray Allen stumbled and fell on his back. It even had a classic YouTube comment for this video. This was so nasty I switched to porn when my mom came in. That's the only way to describe it. Crawford is known for his shake and bake, but this might be the best move of his career. On to number 2, Kevin Durant. Check this out. His move tells Sasha Pavlovich to sit down. Durant might be too long and tall to ever be a flashy ball handler, but he can still cook something impressive up every once in a while. This could have been one of those plays that ends someone's career. Nasty. What is an ankle breaker list without Iverson? At number 1, Allen Iverson. Here are some of his best crossovers. When he crosses up Jordan not once, but twice. When people talk about crossovers, the first name that comes to mind is Allen Iverson. Iverson transcended the move and became its poster child in the mid to late 90s. It has been 18 years since Iverson unleashed perhaps the most iconic ankle breaker of all time on Michael Jordan. When MJ is on the list, he's usually on the opposite end of things. But on March 12, 1996, the game of basketball shifted into a new era. For one, it is every kid's dream to go against one of their role models, and Iverson dreamt about facing Jordan at the top of the key since he was young. As he told the New York Times, "I used to tell my friends when I get on that stage, I'm going to try my move on the best, and I will never forget the play." Never forget coming off the screen and him switching and Phil Jackson hollering, telling him to switch out on me. Then I gave him a first little one, and then I see he was biting on it, and then I hit him with the second one and made the shot. But the craziest thing about it is that I hit him with my best move and he still almost blocked it. That just lets you know how great of a defensive player he was. MJ didn't get shook as bad as some of the other cats on this list. He actually recovered and contested the shot. But still, when you think of crossover, this is the first clip that comes to mind. Iverson embodied the cross, and this was his signature's finest hour. Everything came perfectly into place to make this legendary. MJ guarding him on an island at the top of the key, Jordan going for the initial move, and of course, the bucket to top it off. And Jordan wasn't the only one. Daniels also fell twice with Iverson's move. Iverson's double crossover on former NBA point guard Antonio Daniels came during the peak of his ankle-breaking career. Making a guy fall on a crossover is hard enough, but to do it twice in one play is sensational. This instantly became one of the greatest crossovers in history, and a highlight that will be shown on Iverson montages forever. Antonio was dropped twice. Twice. The only thing you can do after that is get up shell-shocked, throw your hands out, and search for a ref to complain to. And this was exactly what Daniels did. Iverson threw Daniels overboard at sea and left him there hoping for someone to throw him a raft. No raft is coming, man. You'll have to live with this one for the rest of your life. Daniels also might own the NBA record for most times dropped by a crossover in NBA history. Seriously, look it up. Well, you have just seen the best crossovers and nastiest ankle breakers. Who else should have made the list? Let us know what we missed, and who was your favorite. Let us know in the comments down below. That's it for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Catch us in the next video.